Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the May 2025 University of Nebraska-Lincoln Graduate Commencement. I'm Rodney Bennett, Chancellor of Nebraska's land-grant flagship Big Ten University. Thank you for joining us today in Pinnacle Bank Arena and live on our website around the world for this special moment in the lives of our graduates and in the life of our university. Please rise, if you're able to do so, as Sylvia O'Neill, a Master of Music candidate in the Glencore School of Music, leads us in singing our national anthem. As Sylvia makes her way to the podium, I'd like to recognize that today is Sylvia's birthday. So traditionally, we would sing to Sylvia, but instead she is going to lead us in singing our national anthem. Sylvia, happy birthday.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rained clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you again, Sylvia. You may be seated. Today, we are here to celebrate the remarkable achievements, perseverance, and dedication that has brought the graduating class of 2025 to this significant milestone in their lives. As graduate and professional students, you have raised our level of critical thinking and creative activity as a world-leading institution of higher learning, adding to the legacy of alumni who have earned their degrees at Nebraska. We are certainly proud of each of you. You are a graduate of one of the greatest universities in the world, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Today, we present degrees to this accomplished group of scholars, earning master's and doctoral degrees. You now share this impressive UNL heritage. At this time, please direct your attention to the Husker Vision screen for a warm congratulations to our students from Dr. Pete Eklund, who serves as the President of the Faculty Senate, Vin Jimcor, President of the Graduate Student Assembly, and Jordan Gonzalez, President of Staff Senate.
Congratulations. Representing the faculty at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I would like to offer you the absolute warmest congratulations on your recent and amazing successes that helped you arrive at this momentous day. As someone who has all three of their degrees from the Big Ten, I can easily say that it is an amazing launching pad for starting the next significant life chapter, whether it is entering the workforce, furthering your education, or exploring other paths. Your professors, advisors, teachers, research mentors, and extension educators are behind you all of the way. We celebrate with you the experience, knowledge, skills, and work. And we have enjoyed watching you grow in problem-solving skills, researching, growing intellectually, or becoming the human you were meant to be. Always remember that this is not an ending, but a new beginning of amazing things to come. We are proud of your accomplishments and wish you great successes and happiness. Welcome to an elite club, being an alum of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your lives, a testament to your dedication, hard work, and perseverance. I am honored to congratulate each of you on this incredible achievement. You have excelled academically and grown as individuals ready to face the world with courage and resilience. Remember, the journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning of a new chapter filled with endless possibilities. May your future endeavors be as bright and successful as your time here at UNL. Congratulations and all the best.
Howdy, Huskers. Congratulations on achieving this important milestone in your life. Staff embody the university's core mission of ensuring that every interaction with every student matters. There's a proverb that says, "It takes a village to support a person." We're grateful to have been your village, your support, and your hype crew over the past 4 or more years. From our custodians and career coaches to our public safety and student affairs professionals, it's been our pleasure to support you and watch you grow up to build confidence to tackle the big challenges of our time and change the world. We're proud to play a small but significant role during your college experience at Nebraska. On behalf of the more than 4,000 hardworking staff members at the university, congratulations on your graduation. The world is a better place because of people like you. Go Big Red.
Thank you, Pete, Vin, and Jordan. We are always pleased when administrative leaders of the University of Nebraska system and members of the University of Nebraska Board of Regents join us and congratulate our students on commencement day. The Board of Regents, the governing body for the University of Nebraska, consists of 8 voting members elected by district for 6 years. The board also includes 4 non-voting student regents, 1 from each University of Nebraska campus, who served during their tenure as student body president. The board provides strategic leadership to the university, promoting and advocating for the advancement of the university's mission of education, research, and outreach. Among its many duties, the most important includes selecting the president of the university system and approving the budget and tuition. Today, we are pleased to welcome from our university system, System President, President Jeffrey Gold, Regent Tim Clare, who represents District 1, which includes Lincoln and Lancaster County, UNL Student Regent Elizabeth Herbin, and Interim Executive Vice President and Provost, Dr. David Jackson. Would each of you please stand so that we may recognize you? Thank you all. Also joining me on stage and on the arena floor are members of the senior administration of the university. Each member is listed in your program. They provide leadership in all facets of university operations, and even though it may be invisible to you, each of you today has been affected by the hard work and dedication of these outstanding servant leaders. I would ask them to please stand so that they may also be recognized. Thank you all. It is now my privilege to welcome to the podium President Jeff Gold. President Gold has held several roles in the University of Nebraska system since 2014, including Chancellor of the University of Nebraska Medical Center, Chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and Executive Vice President and Provost. Most recently, President Gold was selected by the Board of Regents to serve as the President of the University of Nebraska system, a role that he began last summer. Please help me welcome to the podium our System President, President Jeffrey Gold.
Well, thank you, Chancellor Bennett. It's so great to welcome you here today on behalf of the entire University of Nebraska system. To our faculty and staff who made this day possible, our deepest thanks and our congratulations to you, to the leadership of the Lincoln campus, just an amazing group of human beings, to the family, friends, and loved ones of our graduates, thank you for being here, and most importantly, thank you for making this journey possible. But my few words today, originally I thought I had 35 minutes, and then they told me it was 3 to 5 minutes, so I will keep it very brief. But my words today are to you, our graduates. First and foremost, congratulations. Achieving any academic degree, but particularly achieving a graduate degree at the master's, doctoral, or professional levels is an amazing achievement. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of joy, a lot of frustration, and all of the above mixed up in ways that are very hard to predict. And so you have made it. And I will tell you that your education, the experiences that you have had both in the classroom and in the research laboratories, in the communities, in extension across rural and urban parts of our state and around the world are invaluable, and they have never been more important. Of all of the things that you will ever acquire in your life, be it possessions, relationships, and so much more, your education is something that no one can ever take away from you. Indeed, if you go back to the very fundamental words of Thomas Jefferson, our true democracy depends upon an educated electorate. And for each of you who will be granted a degree with the rights and privileges and the responsibilities in just a few minutes, your degree, your educational experiences have been never more important than they are today. The second point that I would like to briefly make is that time is something that we can never re-achieve. Once the pages fall off the calendar, it is almost impossible, at least to the best of my knowledge, spending 25 years as a practicing physician, to ever put them back. I guess someday it may be possible. You can retrieve a lot of different things in your life. You can change your careers. You can change where you live, what you do, and so much more. You can go on for additional education and have any limited number of experiences. But time is incredibly precious, and there is no time like the present to use your knowledge and your experience for the betterment of the communities that you will serve and that we serve together here in Nebraska. We need you. We need you to stay here, work here, have a family here, set down your roots here, and be part of the future of this wonderful state. We need your voices, we need your intellect, we need you to be part of our future. And so with that, I once more choose to congratulate you, wish you the very best in your journey, and look forward to seeing you at future events. Thank you so much, and Godspeed in your journey.
I'd like to just thank President Gold for those remarks and also for the hard work that he's doing in advancing public higher education across the state of Nebraska and beyond. We really appreciate everything that you do for our universities, for our state, and for our students. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Regent Tim Clare, who will be followed by UNL Regent and immediate past president of the Association of Students for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Elizabeth Herbin. Regent Clare. Thank you, Regent Clare.
Well, I too was told 3 to 5 minutes, but they didn't correct it and say 3 to 5. So I got, no, I'm just kidding, it won't be 35 minutes. Good afternoon, and on behalf of Regent Herbin and all of our colleagues on the Board of Regents, it's my privilege to also congratulate the graduates. I'm proud to be here and celebrate the Husker class of 2025. Thank you to President Gold and Chancellor Bennett for the opportunity to be with the graduates and their families and friends. Commencement is truly a team effort. So I want to congratulate everyone here in the arena who played a part in helping our students reach this point. This moment belongs to all of you. Days like today are the best days to serve on the University of Nebraska Board of Regents because it's commencement, and it reminds us of our fundamental mission while we're here at the university, and that is we have the greatest privilege in the world, helping prepare the next generations of leaders for Nebraska and truly transform their lives. Looking out at the graduates today and seeing the pride and joy on their faces, along with the pride and joy on the faces of their families, friends, the faculty, it is clear to me that we're delivering on our mission. Today, you've achieved a major milestone in your life. Appreciate it. Appreciate the work that you've put in, the time, effort, energies that you've put in to achieve this major milestone. Appreciate also the loved ones that have helped you, because without their support and their guidance and their just being there to lift you up and help you on the lows of the low, and also be there to celebrate with you on those high moments. Without that, I'm not sure that you'd be here as well. So appreciate those loved ones. Appreciate the great faculty that provided guidance and mentorship and support to you to get to this day as well, because they're also an integral part in you being here today. So appreciate what this day means, enjoy it and appreciate it. Our world needs thoughtful, principled leaders who understand that they serve a purpose bigger than themselves. Leaders like all of you. So this is a great day for us, and that we get to sit back and say, gosh, we had a part in making this person who they are and what they're bringing to the world. And so we're excited to watch you in your next chapter and watch you and see how you flourish. We all have a responsibility to serve the greater good, and we can all do our part no matter what path we choose in terms of our career, our family, or community involvement. Remember that we rise by lifting up others. That investment of helping lift up somebody else, that investment is free. It's easy to do. It doesn't cost you a dime, but the dividends are endless. Whether you're entering the workforce, whether you choose to start your own business, serve in the military, pursue elected office, or volunteer in your community, we all have a role in making Nebraska a better place to live, work, and raise a family. Your University of Nebraska education has prepared you well for this life of leadership and service. In fact, I believe there's never been a better time to take a Nebraska degree out into the world. You've learned valuable lessons here at UNL, both inside and outside the classroom. You've learned how to be resilient, compassionate, and curious. Our faculty and staff have given you the tools for growth and success. These lessons will carry you far. And while you're earning your degree today, my hope is that it's only one chapter in a lifetime of learning for all of you. When you are a student of life, always learning, you will always continue to try to learn more, you will not only be able to meet the challenge that comes your way, but to also lead, impact the people around you, and build an even greater future for all of us. So congratulations on behalf of the Board of Regents. We know you will do big things, and we'll be cheering you on every step of the way. So dream big, change the world, and go Big Red.
On behalf of the students at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, congratulations, Husker graduates. My name is Elizabeth Herbin, the 2024-2025 Student Body President and Student Regent. Today is a monumental achievement in each of your lives that you should be proud of yourselves for. The hard work that each of you have poured into your academics is celebrated today by those who have supported you and your fellow Huskers. As your new journey begins, know you carry with you the support and pride of the Husker family. The friendships, memories, and lessons you've gathered during your time at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln will be foundational for years to come. Congratulations again, graduates, and go Big Red.
Thank you, Regents, for those wonderful remarks. I want to say to the students, you guys have been sitting there so attentive and quiet and orderly. I so appreciate that. We are about a minute and a half away from conferring the degrees. So let us get through 2 more paragraphs, and then it's on you coming across the stage. I know you're ready for that to occur. The university faculty and staff, as you know, form the heart of the university. And we are certainly grateful to them for their time and efforts in helping our students reach their educational goals. Throughout the arena are university marshals in red robes assisting with today's ceremony. They are faculty and staff volunteers led by our head marshal, Dr. Robert Gorman, who is professor of classics and religious studies. We are so grateful to members of our faculty and staff who are attending commencement. I'd like to ask all members of our faculty and staff who are here, both on the floor, in the audience, on the stage, if you might stand so that we could recognize you and thank you for your service to the institution. Thank you all. Thank you. You may be seated. And then the final paragraph or so before the conferral of degrees. Graduates, seldom does a person accomplish something as important and as challenging as earning an academic degree without the support of many people. This is our opportunity to thank all the people in your life who share in the limelight of this occasion. I'd like to ask you if you would stand and turn to your family and give them a big round of applause for the amazing support that they've given you along this very long and tedious graduate school journey. Would you do that, please? Thank you. Thank you all. Dr. Jennifer Wood, our Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, will now present the candidates for doctoral degrees. The names of the candidates will be read by Mike Zelny. Mike serves as our Vice Chancellor for Business and Finance as each student crosses the stage. Dr. Wood.
Chancellor Bennett, I have the honor to present to you students from the Graduate College who have fulfilled all of the requirements for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Musical Arts, or Doctor of Audiology. These students will be accompanied to the stage by their faculty mentors and will receive their doctoral hood and diploma. Doctoral degrees are listed in the program beginning on page 14. Will these doctoral candidates please stand? By the authority of the state of Nebraska, vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from the graduate faculty, I confer upon each of you the respective degrees pertaining to your studies: Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Musical Arts, or Doctor of Audiology, according to the particular requirements completed, with all the associated privileges, responsibilities, and honors thereunto appertaining. Please be seated. So now the fun begins. You will be directed by the marshals to cross the stage to receive your diploma.
Thank you, Dr. Wood. Marshals, just before we invite our students to come across the stage, I want to just do one quick thing. I'd like to ask all those doctoral students to stand again, please, if you don't mind. Because I, too, want to offer a conferral of the degrees for each of you today. So, by the authority of the state of Nebraska, which is vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from your faculty, I confer upon you your respective degrees pertaining to your studies: Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Musical Arts, or Doctor of Audiology, according to the particular requirements completed, with all of the associated privileges, responsibilities, and honors thereto appertaining. Congratulations to each of you. Please proceed to the stage. You're good.
Receiving the Doctor of Philosophy, Sarah Eaton, presented by Professor Heather Rasmussen. Christian Eaton, presented by Professor Daniel Chibanu. Mubarak Abu Zurek, presented by Professor Daniel Linzel. Ogbanaya Akpa, presented by Professor Guy Trainin. Amar Al-Mabra, presented by Professor Mark McGuire. Sean Ballard, presented by Professor Hope Wabuki. Tara Ballard, presented by Professor Hope Wabuki. Tyler Barker, presented by Professor Max Pirabon. Jordan Barrett, presented by Professor Jack Jeffries. Nawaj Casey, presented by Professor Jack Jeffries and Professor Mark Walker. Joshua Beck, presented by Professor Cornelius Eiderval and Professor Mark Walker. May Grace Barrett, presented by Professor Carrie Clark. Heather Bloom, presented by Professor Robert Shepard. Crystal Bach-Thiessen, presented by Professor Janelle Reeves.
Hey, Mike Zelny, just hang on just 1 second. Could I see the head marshal, please? Let me just offer one little bit of explanation of why I asked the line to stop. One of the things that the University of Nebraska is so proud of is that we distribute the actual diploma on the day of commencement. Unlike most universities across the country that mail it to you 2 or 3 weeks after your commencement. So we got a little bit out of sorts with our order, and it's really important that our students receive their diploma today so that they can post it on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and all the platforms. So as Chancellor, I really appreciate your patience and understanding. I think the head marshal now has us sort of organized and we're ready to go, and the rest of the proceedings I hope will be without incident. But thank you for understanding, and especially to the graduates that I had to stop on the stage just for a second. Okay, one slight modification. It appears from the head marshal that it's going to be unlikely that we could give you the diploma here on the stage. So we'll do the hooding, we'll shake your hand and take the photograph, and then when you go down the ramp, the head marshal and the other marshals will actually give you your diploma in the diploma case. I think that will be the most efficient and less chaotic, okay? Professor Gorman, are we ready to proceed?
Jeffrey Kavanaugh, presented by Professor Vardy Tikas, Jr. Matthew Craffey, presented by Professor Catherine Lyons. Johann Benedict Arroyo Cristobal, presented by Professor Yvonne Lai. Hugh Ellerman, presented by Professor Brian Wardlow. Katie Erickson, presented by Professor Mackenzie Saviano. Iore Aronmoen, presented by Professors Corey Walters and Emi Yanaka. Kristen Everhart, presented by Professor Jody Koenig-Kellis. Cassidy Talladay Carter, presented by Professor Jody Koenig-Kellis. Prashna Jimire, presented by Professor Kyungai Kim. Hafiz Oyidaran, presented by Professor Kiyunki Kim. Sydney Graham, presented by Professor Catherine Frells. Alyssa Grube, presented by Professor Mona Bavarian. Joshua Habe, presented by Professor Eve Brank. Callie Holden, presented by Professor Crystal Garcia. Elizabeth Johnson, presented by Professor Rhonda Fuelberth. John Capitan, presented by Professor Stephen Morin. Megan Kunitzer, presented by Professor Kim Tyler. Nicole LaShaw, presented by Professor Stacy White. Jessica Poley, also presented by Professor Stacy Waite. Siuk J. Lee, presented by Professor Jeff Lorenz. Shengzher Lee, presented by Professor Satish Kumar Nadaranjan. Inusa Malgubri, presented by Professor Teresa Catalano. Kathleen McNeely, presented by Professor Rick Bevins. Amelia Miramonte, presented by Professor Jim Bovaird. Former Graduate Student Assembly President Katie Mowat, presented by Professor Logan Perry. Tala Mustafa, presented by Professor Jennifer McKittrick. Andrew Mwape, presented by Professor Michael Hayes. Si Xiang Eng, presented by Professor Troy Anderson. John Obafanwa, presented by Professor Carl Reinhardt. Shiva Padel, presented by Professor Tammy Brown Brandel. Tufikur Raman, presented by Professor Tammy Brown Brandel and Professor Yeye Shi. Sudan Pokarel, presented by Professor Tirthankar Roy. Nicole Reiner, presented by Professor L.J. McElravy. Kimberly Reyes, presented by Professor Ken Price. Caitlin Ross, presented by Professor Brett White. Suchit Sarin, presented by Professor Jeffrey Shield. Zachary Schaefer, presented by Professor Lawrence Sharman. Sankit Shinde, presented by Professor Joe Lewis. Hannah Stowe, presented by Professor Julie Peterson. Diego Villapando de la Garza Avia, presented by Professor Andrew Hanna. Caleb Werbine, presented by Professor Sam Wortman. Daniel Welchens, presented by Professor Javier Perez Jimenez. Kendall Willems, presented by Professor Susan Lovell Haig. Yafan Yu, presented by Professor Kurt Piepenbrink. Barbara Rezak, presented by Professor Nick Pace. Receiving the Doctor of Education degree, Lucas Grossniklaus, presented by Professor and Dean Nick Pace. Anastasia Tepe, presented by Professor Zhengyang Xia. Receiving the Doctor of Musical Arts degree, Casey Boehm, presented by Professor Peter Eklund. Eric Elker, presented by Professor Carolyn Barber. John Cush, presented by Professor Gregory Simon. Michael Joseph Willett, presented by Professor Gregory Simon. Micah Leary, presented by Professor Paul Barnes. Rebecca Stiles, presented by Professor Paul Barnes. Rachel Levison, presented by Professor Diane Barger. Sonda Musich, presented by Professor John Bailey. Margot Porter, presented by Professor Jamie Reimer. Receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree, Catherine Elizabeth Ezel, presented by Professor Kelly Pritchett. Alexis Jones, presented by Professor Stacy Ray. Lauren Sechelmiss, presented by Professor Mark Brendan. Austin Spohr, presented by Professor Emily Wakefield.
All right, so now it's time for the master's degrees. Will the candidates for master's degrees please rise? Chancellor Bennett, I have the honor to present to you students from the Graduate College who fulfilled all the requirements for a master's degree.
By the authority of the state of Nebraska, which is vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from the faculty, I confer upon each of you a master's degree according to your particular curriculum and course of study, with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities associated thereto appertaining. You may be seated. You will now be directed by the marshals to come to the stage to receive your diploma. For the audience, master's degrees are listed in your program beginning on page 18.
Receiving the Master of Applied Science degree, Destiny Miller. Today's vocalist, Sylvia O'Neill. Emma Victoria Balanek. Katerina Bishiaki. Sarah Fanning. Jakethia Johnson. Rachel Sheet. Madison Jane Schrader. Lene Charlotte Bennett. Odera Malika Akingale. Hassan Alizada. Jordan Ambrose. Carla Yanette Andazola. Robert Lee Smith Bowen. Julia Brunco. Carrie Cobb. Aiden Collins. Lydia Jane Cowlson. Matt Cristino. Idris Deho. Vida Davidovich. Anika Eisenbraun. Dorsa Farzi. Seth Finkelstein. Antoinette Francois. Spencer French. Mackenzie Fugit. Onwin Gatesy Davis. Brennan Hagar. Dayton Heffelfinger. Audrey Ann Holbeck. Nihilo Ibarra. Laron Ikuzwe. Molly Irwin. Yoko Iwasaki Zink. Parviz Jamalo. Cody Janice. Arthur Jones. Anika Johnson. Elizabeth Kerr. Haley Kistner. Gwendolyn Klinke. Miranda Konofchinsky. Emily Kreutz. Amanda Labe. Nyla Latifova. Michaela Marie Lench. Victoria Markwell. Savannah McAdow. Dakota Miller. Lauren Milhorn. Jacob Moore. Justin Moore. Cheryl Muaguerrera. Hannah Aaliyah Nichols. Alyssa No. Ashley Novak. Ashlyn Andrusik. Osvaldo Palma Vargas. Carmen Yasmin Panagua. Victoria Pate. Lupe Perez. Amanda Rose Peterson. Adwurar Quinones. Morgan Kelly Reeder. Sophie Katharina Richards. Lauren Elizabeth Simpson. Samuel Allen Skoken. Owen Smith. Eva Faith Sosu. Allison Sparpana. Tilly Stantoon. Kylie Stearns. Jessica Stump. Adriana Suarez. Alexandra Teakin. Anne-Marie Vasquez. Bailey Watson. Natalie Watson. Daniel Wheaton. Jeremy Williams. Darian Alina Wilson. William Wilton. Marcus Woodman. Nicole Wu. Virginia Quidensley. Haley Adams. Sarah Campbell. Brad Cochran. Dana Fuchs. Samuel Futterman. Mallory Gonzalez. Garrett Graff. Alexander Harness. Caleb Hofler. Howard Glenn Huntsman. Jacqueline Joyce. Jeevan Joit. Aaron Marone. David Navarro. Heidi Oswald. Macy Quick. Casey Sigrist. Ashley Tiemann. Mike Weisfanning. Lauren Madeline with Seaman. Heather Camel. Hope Clark. Evan Warren Klaneski. Delaney Eliza Rezek. Dana Cody Swarren. Dustin Mashmeyer. Nate Nehughes. Martin Fan. Brady Pudwill. Anastasia Sanderson. Joseph Daniel Timmons. Sarah Alfieri. Dominique Ellis. Ashley Faulkner. Charlotte Middleton. Caroline Novak. Hunter Rock. Angelica Tapia Estrada. Raymond Brown. Caden Hirsch. Adam Lang. Adam Lange. Dayton Linhart. Jamie O'Neill. Paul Robinson. Donald Torbett. Jacob Aleknavicius. Benjamin Bosbach. Kelly Canavan. Zachary Cook. Jackson Curto. Jacob Edens. James Friedman. Robert Emerson Frost. Michaela Gaff. Michael Harwood. Benjamin Hatfield. Nathaniel Herpel. Jack Johnson. Sophia Kaiser. Anthony Levensyuk. Braden Liddick. Christopher Lynch. Clayton McKenna. Max Robert Mahoney. Maurice Makuza Jr. Caden McWayne. Sean Mooney. Connor Morrissey. Donald Muff. Jackson Mullen. Morgan Kaylee Nelson. Taylor Olakichek. Brenna Francis Paul. Dalen Robert Plaug. Cody Rakashek. Ethan Rose. Mallory Shu. Jennifer Sedlacek. Brandon Schmentek. Andrew Stevens. Cade Sterner. Alvin Tron. Anitu Tron. Arisa Tucrow. Caitlin Louise Van Winkle. Michaela Wallace. Carter Alexander Young. Dana Abu Sawalam. Peace Adajibite. Madhusuban Adakari. Isabel Androver Gallego. Gunjit Agrawal. Frank Agimang. Somya Bandari. Caitlin Bargstead. Andrew Much Doyak Baloo. Jessica Bema Blankson. Raphael Blee Kotika. Alicia Steggs Buchanan. Felipe Kobayashi. Brooke Carlson. Eric Carruthers. Milan Chauhan. Nayeli Isabel Cruz Lopez. Lily Dahlgren. Promise Emmanuel. Megan Engel. Harley Fisher. Fabrice Benansi. Deepesh Chiri. Pavan Gugila. Chloe Emily Moss Harris. Jacob Harvey. Emily Hofling. Justin Hoych. Amy Ruby. Gary Kimina. Shelby Mehmedi. Ryan Rolliker. Aaron Lechtenberger. Hannah Meyer. Olivia Meyer. Miranda Mueller. Chatarika Naranya. David Thomas Newfang. Kwan Nguyen. Merjan Palvanova. Savan Patel. Alexander Piper. Rashana Police. Upahar Pudel. Amandreza Porodrat. Carter Thomas Powell. Apala Pramanik. Chelsea Panchakar. Zaki Alam Pushan. Reagan Robbie. Lainey Roberts. Elizabeth Rogers. Lydia Saltz. Paul Scalise. Danielle Segura Rodriguez. Eleanor Sell. Samara Soleimani Babadi. Mariah Stoner. Uyen Tran. Noshin Ara Tunazina. Alim Ullah. Connor Wires. Nicole Webeke. Jen Yen. Niaz MD Ashraf al-Haq. Evan Wiebe. Carissa Ann Wire. Stephen Mena. Christian Van Opstal.
Dr. Kevin Vanden Mellenberg, Dean of the College of Architecture, will now present the professional degree, Master of Architecture.
See, when the microphone gets in front of you. They're not up yet. All right, let's hear for architecture. Will the architecture candidates please rise? Chancellor, it is my honor to present these students who have fulfilled all the requirements for the degree Master of Architecture.
By the authority of the state of Nebraska, which is vested in the Board of Regents, and upon recommendation from your faculty, I confer upon you a Master of Architecture degree with all of the associated privileges, responsibilities, and honors thereto appertaining. Please come forward to receive your diploma from your Dean, Dean Kevin Vanden Mellenberg.
Devin Beekman. Pierce Bauer. Catherine Brashear. Grace Carlson. Nicholas Andrew Caraher. Jiang Chen. Malik Shukar Darwish. Osborne Eckhorn. Nicholas Forty. Landon Healy. Haley Herman. Clara Hetherington. Riley Jarris. Cade Jensen. Dylan Lambie. Josh Lorenzen. Alex Martino. Caleb Monarchy. Megan Pfeiffer. Michael Reeder. William Rorty. Alyssa Vlach. Mara Wasserman. Ethan Watermeyer. Trent Weatherwax. Trevor Zelinka. Tristan Kushinak.
It's the photo booth we have to wait for, because we want all of these pictures to be posted on social media accounts. With your degree, as the president just said, make sure you have that degree in that picture with the University of Nebraska. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate our students who have earned doctoral and master's degrees once more. As we begin to close this afternoon's ceremony, I'd like to thank those who have helped to make this a very special day. First, I want to thank the University of Nebraska faculty, brass, percussion, and our national anthem soloists for beautiful music today. Thank you all. I will share with this group as a side note that I've been talking to the ensemble about a performance of Purple Rain and Prince. Some of us from a certain era know about Purple Rain and Prince, and so they have not quite agreed to do Purple Rain, but I'll keep asking until you have it ready today? Oh my God. Maybe we'll do that as we recess out. I've been asking them to do it, and they said, no, Chancellor, we're not going to do Purple Rain, but today is our day to do Purple Rain. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We would also like to extend a special appreciation to staff who worked really hard to ensure that you received your actual diploma today. I know we had to get a few things situated here, but in the end, everybody's going to dinner, supper, to an after event, whatever you're going to do, with your diploma in hand. And that is something that we are very committed to doing, and we wanted to get right. So thank you for your patience as we needed 2 or 3 minutes to get the stacks sort of back in order. I'd like to thank Husker Vision, the Nebraska Alumni Association, the University Marshall Corps, and the University Commencement and Recognition Committee, which is chaired by Dr. Vanessa Gorman, for the great care that she and the committee take in planning the ceremony. Would you all join me in our big Husker round of applause for each of these individuals? Graduates, the pin that you received today from the Nebraska Alumni Association designates you as a UNL graduate. We hope that you will wear it proudly for decades to come. You are now part of an alumni network that reaches worldwide. I'd ask you to direct your attention to the screen for a message from Shelley Zaborowski, who is our Executive Director of the Nebraska Alumni Association.
Congratulations, graduates. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Nebraska alumni family. Today you join a family of more than 200,000 Huskers living all around the world. I encourage you to stay connected with the university and your fellow alumni as you go forth. The path for your Nebraska experience was paved by those who came before you. It now becomes your privilege to pay it forward to the next generation of Huskers. As an alum, there are volunteer opportunities to mentor current students, chances to share your experiences and skills to lift up other graduates, and strengthen your alma mater for the classes of Nebraska students who will walk this campus in the years to come. Being an engaged alumnus is just the next chapter in your story here. Your days as a student are over, but you're part of the Husker family for life. Once again, congratulations, and go Big Red.
Thank you, Shelley. Will members of the class of 2025 please stand? Graduates, in just a moment, I'll ask you to move your tassel on your mortarboard from the right to the left. This symbolic gesture will identify you as a University of Nebraska graduate. We salute you today, and we look forward to the great things that you will accomplish while applying your education to make the world a better place. We thank you for making us a better university, and we are proud of you and proud of your accomplishments. We hope that the pride that we have in you is reciprocal, and that wherever you go, you are eager to proclaim that you are a graduate of the University of Nebraska. Of the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. Congratulations. I would now ask that the platform party please rise. Family and friends, please remain seated until the recessional has been completed. This will conclude our May commencement exercises for the graduate school. Haven't heard no objection from the head marshal with the plan of Purple Rain. We will recess to Purple Rain in honor of Prince. Not every school's going to do that for you. How about that?
it's too much single note stuff on the melody. Yeah,